Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rob and welcome to Freelance Health and Physical Therapy. We're starting a new segment today, which I like to call Sacred Beef. And in Sacred Beef, we're going to be taking sacred cows, ideas that people cherish, and we're going to be using science and reason to turn said sacred cows into sacred beef. Today, in part 1 of episode 1, we'll be talking about how exercise technique isn't really all that important for preventing injuries. Some would say it is. Looking at the research, it's not. It's not. First off, it's Procrustean. By that I mean it takes something inherently variable and forces it into a box of oversimplification. Every human body is different. Every human body is going to move differently. You know how people are always talking about how amazing it is that every snowflake is some unique thing? Oh, dude, it's like this water vapor from the ocean floats up into space, and then there's like dust, and it like makes this like flower of ice around this dust, and it comes down, and it's so magical, and they're all unique and different. Okay, cool, they're all different. Humans are all different too. Andre the Giant was a human. So is Wicket Warwick, still human. That's way more impressive than a snowflake. Don't care about snowflakes. It's also pessimistic to think that humans need some sort of specific squat technique in order to move safely, to avoid injury. To think that the human body, your savage body that spent the last 300,000 years evolving to fight and fornicate and forage in famine and infirmity, but somehow can't figure out how to squat safely. Now, was there modern strength training a century ago? No. Did people do squats for recreation back in the day? Also no. Was the average life expectancy back then about 18 years? Yes. Does that mean by their standards that I'm about 158? Also yes. All fair points. If you don't think that the human body picked up some nifty tricks to adapt to and overcome stressors, if you really don't think that we can handle it, then maybe you've never heard of the CITED principle, which is the principle that all modern strength training is built on, which is that the body responds to stress by remodeling and rebuilding. Training with super strict technique also ignores human reality and what human life actually is, which is unpredictable and chaotic. Say you're like a French poodle and you're getting primped up, and then your owners bring you out into the wilderness and they say, here you go, we brought you home. And you're like, and they're like, no, look, your family's here to greet you. And it's a bunch of wolves. Oh, they seem friendly. Very talkative, wouldn't you say? There you go play. Ooh. Oh. Holy shit. Should we try to, I think the kids would want us to at least grab the head. Ooh. Maybe we should get the collar. Collar was expensive. I'm gonna try to, okay, yep, you can have the collar. That's fine. No, we don't, yeah, okay. Let's go. The human body is so cool, like you gotta give it credit, man. Like just have a little faith. Have a little faith in me. And lastly, as I mentioned in the beginning, strict technique does not prevent injuries. Okay, they've been researching this for decades now. And when they look at the research for what causes an injury, it's not technique. It's two things, okay? Preparation and load. That's it. You overload pristine technique and you end up on America's Funniest Videos with Bob Saget. Okay, let's summarize. The universe is not black and white, it's gray. It's gray from edge to edge, except for black holes in country music, it's gray. Some people can deadlift 1,000 pounds with terrible technique. Some people can't tie their shoes without hurting their back. Some people have glass legs like my cousin. He can't run 2 miles without getting shin splints. Some people, like Priska Jeptu, everyone's favorite elite marathon runner, can crush a marathon with running technique that it looks like she learned it in like a magazine she found floating down a river. Her running technique is insane, and she murders it out there. In general, most people don't have to worry about exercise technique as much as other people would have them believe, because ultimately effective training and injury prevention is about preparation and load management. It's about program design. A good thing to remember is that there's no such thing as a bad movement, just underprepared or overloaded movers. That's it. If you want to know more about some of the things that I was talking about in this video, check down below in the description. There's a couple of research articles that I cited that I used in coming up with this presentation. Also, do me a huge favor. I want you to like the video, subscribe, share, leave a comment, ask a question. This is all good information, and what makes it good is that it's true. The better we're able to actually describe the reality around us, the better the world becomes more open and honest and fucking righteous, dude. So, tune in next week for part 2 of episode 1 of Sacred Beef, where we're gonna talk about what technique is actually good for. And as always, stronger all day, every day.